Hello everyone, Aaron West here, real estate agent in Modesto, California. We're about an hour south of Sacramento and an hour east of San Francisco in the Central Valley of California. Wanted to take just a second and talk about pricing strategies. I just got off the phone with a client that we put his house on the market today, and we put his house on the market last Wednesday night, and he wanted us to market it, which we did, and we talked about pricing strategies. So in our market, it's a pretty hot market, like a lot of people have, and the comps were at about 330, 335. We decided to come on the market at 350, which is over the market comparable. So we talked about appraisal issues, all that kind of stuff, and we got two offers on the property, one at 350, and then we talked to another buyer and another agent, and we ended up being at 365, and they paid for $15,000 over appraised value. So they're going to be at 365. And he called me, and he was upset that we hadn't got more money for the property. Now, mind you, we've had 32 showings for this house. That's 32 qualified buyers and an open house that have walked through this house in the last 3 days, and we got two offers. And so I thought it would be interesting to have a conversation and just talk about the different pricing strategies that people have or that agents have. There are the agents out there that will price the property low to generate as many offers as possible on the property, and they will end up with 10 or 15 or 30 offers on the property, and they know going into it that that's the game that they're playing. The challenge with that is that when you start low, at least in my opinion, the challenge is when you start low, you don't necessarily know where the absolute top is, because you've started at such a low number that people just play up, and then they just stop. Or there's the agents that come in $50,000 over, and we're talking like a $400,000 price range. So there's a lot of different price ranges out there, and you could be $200,000 over or $10,000. But let's say $50,000 over on a $400,000 house and come on the market at $450,000, and then they just hang out forever, and they do price reduction on the property until they get to a number that the market accepts. The challenge with that is that when you do finally get that buyer, they don't feel like they're competing with anybody. And so they're much likely going to be much more aggressive, not only with their offer, but with their request for repairs, with the other things that they can ask for, because they're not afraid of someone coming in and taking it from them. So what we try and do, and what a lot of the professionals in this market try and do, is really try and find that knife edge of what is the absolute top of the market, that the buyers will look at the house and say, I need to at least look at that property. That appraisers will look at the house and say, okay, can I at least justify this number? And then see how the market responds to it. One of the things that we tell clients is, if we price it at the top of the market and we have 30 showings and one offer on the property, that means that we priced it perfectly, because out of all of the buyers out there, we found the one buyer who was willing to pay top dollar for your house. If we find two, then that's the market rewarding us for being at that knife edge, and two people are now competing for your house, and we're actually going to get over market value. And so for us, and for most professionals, a lot of professionals out there, it's really taking a look at the home first, looking at the comparables that are out there, even speaking to some appraisers to see where the appraisers think that the home should be priced, and then pricing that home at the knife edge to get the absolute most amount of money for the house. But just because when you come on the market and you only receive one offer does not mean that the market has missed you, or that you are that the marketing was bad, or that the agent did something wrong. It's just telling you that you found your needle in the haystack. So I hope that was helpful to everybody. I hope that you learned a little bit about pricing today, and hopefully that when you're putting your home on the market, or if you're an agent, that this was helpful in helping you find the right price for your house. Again, my name is Aaron West. I'm in Modesto, California. I am a real estate agent, and I hope everybody has a great day.